Every fan of the James Bond movies has their favorite and least favorite films in the franchise, but not everyone agrees on which movies those are. It seems that most people would place the 1983 movie Octopussy in the middle or towards the bottom. I might surprise you that I'd place this movie in the middle or closer to the top. I'm here to make the case that Roger Moore's film Octopussy, despite some minor fails, is actually a pretty damn good entry into the franchise. The movie kicks off with a classic Bond pre-title sequence, a short standalone action bit that's like a free sample before the main course. He's there posing as a Cuban, non-specific country's military officer. He goes to plant a bomb in a hangar full of experimental planes. When he is discovered, he's captured, but he's freed by an attractive lady who distracts the soldiers. He gets into his airplane, which is hidden behind the butt of a fake horse in the trailer, which is pretty hilarious. There's pretty good flight sequences, and he lands and says, "Fill her up." It's a fun little bite-sized adventure, it's a very James Bond-esque story, and it sets the tone well. Despite some silly moments that border on parody, this movie succeeds through its coherent plot, strong villains, thrilling action, and exotic settings, proving that Roger Moore's era can deliver excitement without descending into the pure farce like in Moonraker. At its core, Octopussy grounds itself as a plausible Cold War thriller. The story revolves around a rogue Soviet general, Orlov, played with intense zeal by Steven Berkoff, who schemes to detonate a nuclear bomb at a United States Air Force base in West Germany. Disguised as an accident, the explosion would trigger a European nuclear disarmament, paving the way for a Soviet invasion. This draws from real 1980s tensions around arms control, adding genuine suspense that feels more serious than many James Bond plots. Orlov's plan ties into a jewel smuggling ring involving an Afghan prince, a suave, menacing aristocrat who likes to cheat at gambling with loaded dice. He has an alliance with Octopussy, a wealthy businesswoman and circus owner. Her operation uses an all-female troupe as cover, blending glamour with criminal intrigue. Unlike cartoonish villains in other films, the antagonists in this movie feel real and threatening and have motivations that make more sense. Orlov's fanaticism clashes against his superior General Gogol's restraint, creating internal Soviet drama, which is fun to watch. What elevates this film is its emphasis on Bond as a clever spy rather than a gadget-dependent action hero. Roger Moore's 007 in this movie excels at subtle tradecraft, swapping a real Fabergé egg in London for a fake, planting a bug to eavesdrop on smugglers, infiltrating through disguise and alliances. This harks back to earlier films, more grounded entries like From Russia with Love. In this movie, Roger Moore can handle intellect alongside of charm. The action sequences are some of the film's strongest assets, featuring practical stunts that hold up well. The pre-title mini-jet escape sets a high-energy tone, while the train chase later in the movie involving Bond driving a car onto the tracks, fighting knife-wielding twin assassins, the finale's aerial battle where Bond is clinging to the exterior of an airplane, it's all actually quite good. It's not CGI nonsense, it's not overly campy, it's high-stakes action that looks believable. Of course, Octopussy does have its campy flaws, which critics often exaggerate. It only has a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the campy moments are pretty embarrassing, like when James Bond does a Tarzan yell. It feels rather goofy and absurd, but those sequences are few and far between and really blown out of proportion. A lot of people make a big to-do about Roger Moore dressed as a clown, but he's infiltrating a circus. It's a disguise, it's espionage, it's him trying to blend in. Actually being dressed as a clown makes him blend in with the circus people. Nobody would look twice at him. It's not that bad. Ultimately, Octopussy works because it balances these flaws with solid storytelling. Octopussy deserves more appreciation. The plot combines Cold War elements with a logical scheme from the villains. It's better than a lot of other Bond films that focus on silliness. This movie, Bond is grounded and he's using spying skills and doing actual espionage work like a spy would. He's not trying to save the world from some clownish scheme about a guy who wants to blow up the universe to create an underwater palace with lasers. It's just a grounded spy thriller where he's trying to stop a nuclear attack. It works well. Let me know in the comments what you think. What's your opinion of Octopussy? How would you rank the film? What Bond movies do you like the most? What movie would you like to see me talk about next? Eric Wilford Watson signing out.